Hello, good morning. For today's lesson, we are going to look at devices for sending and receiving information. Last week, we talked about information, or we discussed what information is. And we said information is anything that is being told, or whatever you hear from our friends is what is called information. So when you listen to the news on radio, watch news on television, talk to our friends, whatever we hear is what we refer to as information. So for today, we'll be looking at the devices used in sending and receiving information. So at the end of this lesson, you should be able to be familiar with some of the devices that are used to send and receive information. You should be able to know some of the tools or the devices used in sending and receiving information. Okay. Now, when we talk of information, as we said last week, we said information is anything told or whatever we hear from our friends. At times, we use some devices to listen to news or to watch news. We also have some devices that can be used to make calls or contact our friends outside our homes or even outside our town or country. So all these devices are what we refer to as communication tools. They are used to communicate, or they are used to send and receive information. So we have different technologies or devices that can be used to send and receive information. Let's have a look at some of the examples of these devices. So the first one, we have radio. So the device here is what we call a radio. I hope most of you have some in your homes. Can you tell me what this device is used for? Okay, let's look at the uses of this device. What the radio is used for. So here we have the use of the radio. The first one is the radio is used to listen to news. We can use the radio to listen to the news. We can also use the radio in listening to music and also to listen to educational programs. So the radio can also be used to listen to music, which at times gives information to those listening to the music. It can also be used to listen to educational programs and also to listen to what? The news. Now let's look at the second device. We have this one to be mobile phones. As we can see, we have different types of phones over here. So all these devices are called mobile phones. And the mobile phone is also another device that is used to send and receive information. Let's have a look at the uses of the mobile phone. To the first one, the mobile phone is used to make calls. The mobile phone is used to make calls. So with the mobile phone, we can contact our friends or talk to other people outside our homes or outside the country. So with this, you'll be able to talk to them and also reply to their calls. The second one is mobile phone can be used to listen to the radio. Yes, we have some mobile phones that has inbuilt radio. So they can be used to listen to the radio. Then the third one, mobile phones are used to watch movies and listen to music. So we can also use a mobile phone to watch movies and listen to music. Now the next device is the telephone. What we have here is what we call the telephone, the whole device. is what we call telephone. It looks similar to that of the mobile phone, but as we can see, this one is very big. Okay, the mobile phones are very small. So this one is called telephone. Now let's have a look at the uses of the telephone. So the telephone is used to make calls, or is used in making calls. So the telephone can also be used to contact people or even our relatives. Okay, can be used to call our friends, our family members, and any other person that you want to talk to. Now the next device is the computer. So we have a computer over here. As we mentioned the part of the computer the other day, we said this one is the system unit, the monitor, the keyboard, and the mouse. We also have speakers attached to the computer. So let's have a look at this device, how this device can be used in sending and receiving information. The first one, the computer is used in sending emails. The computer is used in sending emails. The full meaning of email is electronic mail or electronic mails. So these are the messages we send over the internet. Okay, at times we can create email accounts and send messages to other people by using email accounts. Okay, so the computer can also be used in sending emails, that is electronic mails. Okay, they come in the form of letters which are sent over the internet. The second one is the computer can also be used to listen to online news. So with the computer, you can access or have connection to the internet and listen to online news. The next one, the computer is used to watch movies and listening to music. So we can use the computer to also watch movies and listen to music. So that time we said some of the sources of information are from movies and also music. So movies and music are also sources of information. Therefore, we can use the computer in watching movies and listening to music, whereby we can get information from the movies and the music. The next device, we have what we call the fax machine. We have fax machine. So this is what we call a fax machine. Okay, we can see that the fax machine looks similar to that of the telephone, but they work in a different way. Okay, we can see that there's a paper over here. For the telephone, we cannot insert papers or documents, but with the fax machine, you can send documents to other people. It can also be used in making calls. Okay, so let's have a look at the uses of the fax machine. To the first one, the fax machine is used to send information in the form of documents. So with the fax machine, you can send information on paper to other people who are using the same or a similar machine, that's the fax machine, so that the document will be printed out for them to read. So in our picture, we saw this. We can see that we have a paper over here inserted into the fax machine. So when you insert and you send to another person, it will be printed out on that person's fax machine so that she or he can read. So the fax machine is used to send information in the form of documents. The next one, it is also used in printing and making copies of documents. It is used in printing and making copies of documents. The third one, it is used in making calls. So we can also use the fax machine to contact other people or to talk to our relatives or friends. We'll end our lesson here and continue next week, Tuesday. But before you leave, make sure you do your exercises and submit them. So let's have a look at assignment 5. The first question is, draw the following device used in sending and receiving information. Draw the following devices used in sending and receiving information. So the first one, we have radio. So you draw the radio nicely. The second one, we have mobile phone. So you draw the mobile phone too. Then the third one, we have the telephone. So again, you draw the telephone. So in all, you are drawing 3 devices that are used to send and receive information. And that is the radio, the telephone, then the mobile phone. We end here. Stay safe. Bye.